Welcome to the City Planning, Economic Development and Environment Committee meeting of the 6th of August 2025, and I declare the meeting open at 9 a.m. I'd like to begin today's meeting by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gathered and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I'd like to also advise that attendees in the room that this meeting is being webcast and audio recorded. We will begin with leaves of absence, and we have two. First up, we have...
We'll do Councillor Bradley first.
Councillor Bradley, do I have a mover? Councillor Wilcox, do I have a seconder? Councillor Hall, all those in favour? And that has been carried with the exception of Mayor Raven. How do you vote?
Against.
Okay, thank you. And secondly, we have Deputy Mayor Bannon. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hall, a seconder. Councillor Murphy, all those in favour? That has been carried with the exception of Mayor Raven.
Against.
Okay, thank you. All right, previous committee meeting minutes. We have a motion on the screen in a moment.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's not working. That's okay. That the minutes of the City Planning, Economic Development and Environment Committee meeting held on the 9th of July 2025 be confirmed. Do I have a mover? Councillor Wilcox, seconded by Councillor Murphy. All those in favour? That has been carried. Okay, conflicts of interest. Do any councillors wish to declare a conflict of interest today? No, there being none. We're getting on like a house on fire. Okay, councillors, do we have any general business for the Health, Climate and Conservation Manager, Mr. Brett Esbenson? No, Brett, do you have any GP for us?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, I do today. I just wanted to bring to the Council's attention that we have the Environmental Conservation Partnership Celebration event on Sunday the 14th of September at Eagleby Wetlands. Councillors will receive an invitation and an email later on this week for the event, but it's to acknowledge and celebrate the community who engage in our environmental conservation partnerships such as Land for Wildlife and Habitat Connection. So that will be an excellent opportunity to celebrate on Sunday the 14th of September in the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. It's always a great event. Okay, nothing further. I'll let you get back to your day. Thank you. Does anyone have any general business for Development Assessment Manager, Mr. Stephen Ball? No, Stephen, do you have any for us?
Through the chair, no I don't.
Wonderful. I'll let you get back to your day also. Thank you. All right, councillors, we have 5 reports today, and we'll begin with item 6.1, the International Forum on Energy Transition and Alliance of Zero Carbon and Zero Waste Cities T Park Facility. I know that 6.1 is a public report, and I'll now refer to the Waste and Resource Recovery Manager, Mr. Michael Asnakar, to please speak to the report.
Thank you, Chair. Morning, councillors. At June's ordinary meeting, Council resolved to support the Chair and Waste Manager's attendance at the 2025 International Zero Carbon and Zero Waste Cities Conference in October in Suzhou. The travel to this event includes an already scheduled stopover in Hong Kong, and since that report in June, the opportunity to visit the Hong Kong T Park Advanced Energy from Waste facility has become available. The T Park is a highly recommended facility visit opportunity in the waste and recycling industry. It combines numerous advanced recycling technologies and functions. T Park incinerates sludge, generates power, desalinates seawater and treats wastewater, and is also progressing technologies to include municipal solid waste as part of its transition from landfill to energy recovery. With the already planned stopover in Hong Kong and energy from waste facilities emerging in southeast Queensland, it's a really good opportunity to visit the T Park facility firsthand and discuss the technologies with the operators. The visit only requires an earlier departure. It does not require any additional funding beyond that estimated in the initial report. This report seeks Council support to visit T Park during the already scheduled stopover to Suzhou. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Michael. Questions? Mayor Raven.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, why does this need to come back to a report, Dave? It's already approved. It's a tiny, tiny amendment the intent of the original recommendation is carrying through, when do we fix this policy so we're not wasting everybody's time?
Through the Chair, the policy fix work is underway. We did absolutely test whether this needed to come back, and we were advised by a couple of different parts of council that it was a box that we had to tick. So I apologise for having to bring this back.
Thank you.
No further questions? Okay, Mayor Raven has moved. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Hall, all those in favour? That has been carried unanimously. Okay, does anybody have any GB for Michael? Councillor Murphy.
Thank you through the chair, and thank you, Michael. I just wanted to say thank you for the curbside collection. You know that I love curbside collection, not. I was just wondering, is there any chance that we could look at the flyer that goes in the letterboxes for our residents to really state to them that they need to have their curbside collection out by this date, and then no further rubbish put out for the next 2 weeks while we're collecting it? Just a tweak of some sort, just to highlight that once the trucks have gone, they don't have another further 2 weeks to put some more stuff out because the trucks are still walking around collecting them. And as you know, we've had to go back and collect quite a few of our piles in our suburbs of Beenleigh and Eagleby. So I was just wondering, is there any way we can highlight that they have to have the rubbish out by this weekend? Please do not put any more rubbish out, and we'll be collecting over the next 2 weeks. Is there somewhere we can highlight that a bit better?
Through your chair, so my recollection of the pamphlet, and I will double check this, is that it does state on there that once the truck has been passed, we're not coming back, don't put any more material out, and the material must be out on the weekend prior to the commencement, prior to the Monday. So bear in mind, the flyer is this big, and we want to put about 50 different important messages on there about what to put out, when to put it out, when trucks go past, what happens if you put out the wrong material. So we're trying to cram a lot of material on one pamphlet. I'm more than happy to take suggestions on what you consider might be relocating or rewording what's on the current pamphlet, because everyone's got a different view about what should go where and what should be in a red box and what should be in bold and what shouldn't. So that pamphlet is probably the culmination of, you know, over 20 years, 1,000 different eyes on it saying, move this, put this in a box, put that up here. So, like I said, I'm happy to take suggestions and work with graphic design to do a modification if you think it needs a bit of an update.
Thank you. That's just one, I suppose, resource. It's to our residents out there, and in my division, we've just had curbside collection in two suburbs. It's really difficult. They'll put their whole house out on the footpath, and you're only supposed to do like 2 metres squared, and then they'll go and do a second chop, and that adds to the cost to the ratepayer for those collections. It's not just one person, it's a lot of people that are doing that. And it doesn't matter whether we go back and say take your stuff in or not. If it's still left on the footpath, we end up collecting it. So it's just a cost to our bottom line, I suppose. And I'd just like it to be tweaked a bit more. If you've got any social media that can help us, whatever, I've got Mount Warren Park coming up. I'm happy to take your suggestions. But other than that, thank you to the team. You've always been responsive, especially you. You answer my calls anytime. So thank you for your help. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Murphy. I have Councillor Lane and then Councillor Wilcox.
Thanks very much. Through you, Madam Chair. So my lovely neighbourhoods are experiencing curbside currently, and I was so proud of them because the piles were wonderful. They were all set out beautifully. There was a couple of infringements, but nothing major. And then they get bored because they wait, and then they add and they add and they add. And before you know it, what was a compliant load of stuff to be picked up becomes a jumping castle for the local kids, complete with booby traps and a range of other things. So is it on time? Is it on track for the pickup in Logan Central and Woodridge at the moment, Michael?
Yeah, I believe that started this week on Monday. So, yep, so far so good.
Wonderful. And the team going around and looking at those non-compliant ones and saying, hey, this is non-compliant, before the groups get here, you need to fix this so that it can be collected properly. Is anyone doing that?
Not to my knowledge, no. It'll be collected. Non-compliant piles will receive a notice to remove the piles if it's hazardous material or something like that. Oversized piles notice will be received, but they will be collected after the notice if they haven't been moved by the resident.
They will be collected.
They will be collected.
Is there a
new
fine
process.
issued?
I don't know. I don't believe so. No.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Because the issue with trying to identify the responsible person, you say that, well, no, when I put it out, it was fine, and I don't know how it got.
Fortunately
to be 10
for you,
metres
I
long.
went through my whole area in my car and recorded it, so we know who put out what when. Isn't that wonderful?
Thanks, Councillor. Councillor Murphy just wants to respond to that.
Thank you. And Michael, please know that I think you and the team do an amazing job, and that it is a difficult one, but you're aware that my community, Eagleby, there was 85 plus other houses after curbside collection was completely finished and done, and you guys had been through, that still had rubbish out on their footpaths, and we're not talking just little bits. And like Councillor Lane said, it seems like people will just add to it, especially vacant blocks of land. That gets me, when there's a pile that starts on a vacant block of land and then all of a sudden you've got 4 truckloads there. It's ridiculous. And then Beanley, which is just finished as well, I think I had 75 other properties still left as well. So it's a lot of work for your team to go back to rectify the situation, or if they don't have compliance, or there's tyres, or there's paint. It's a lot of work for council to do it. We've got to try to see if we can make our community do this better. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Murphy. I have Councillor Wilcox.
Thank you. I'm nowhere near as bad as Div 2 and Div 12, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I do have the odd one, and you know that I go into bat for waste. I often, when I do my social media over this, and I hope other councillors would do this, I actually tell people to take a photo so it's date and time stamped of the stuff that they put out, because if they claim that their stuff hasn't been picked up, then I go, prove it to me, and then I'll go into bat. If you can't prove it, then no, I'm not going into bat for you, and stuff like that. Because also I'm pretty sure we can track the trucks upstairs. So I know my councillor advisor has gone in and tracked to see when a truck has gone down a certain street to do the collections and stuff like that. Can we get more regular updates of what streets they've been down? Because that's the other thing I do. I put up updates going, they've done this street, don't put anything else out, and that sort of thing. So perhaps that's a way around it. If we put out more regular updates about where the truck's been and collected or whatever, then we can reduce those numbers. Because we have proof that the trucks have been there, and then go and start putting notices. Because I use my own little slips and I go, hey, the truck's been, you need to take your stuff back inside. So if we can maybe start doing that.
Yeah, I'll say as part of our, because we do the sort of the mid collection update on what percentage of what suburbs have been completed. We could put a map potentially as part of that update.
Thank you, Councillor Wilcox. I have Councillor Hall.
Thank you. Through the chair, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with everyone else. Let's talk about curbside. I have, and my residents have lovely experiences with curbside, especially in Logan Lee, where we've got a lot of unit complexes. I had one particular resident who raised an issue with me, was that they'd had their curbside out. It was nice and neat, and then a van rocked up. Someone jumped out of the van. They started picking through the curbside, looking for the things they wanted and spreading it around. And they're saying, if someone does that, and they said they're lucky to pick it up when it happened, if someone does that and council's upset that their curbside is spread around, if they can get evidence that someone's done that, can they give that evidence to council as a kind of defence? This is an elderly person, so it's not easy for them to go through their curbside. They actually get help to put it out there in the first place. But what can a resident do when that happens to the curbside in front of their property? Another circumstance I had was they put in a little pile, and then someone rocked up with a trailer and just started offloading tyres and whatnot in the front of their property. and they don't want to jump out. They're usually big burly men doing this, so they didn't want to jump out and cause conflict. What is it that a resident can do? Do they contact council, or do they contact the police? Where do they go?
I would just suggest that they let council know that this has occurred, because it happens. That happens to every third house,
Yeah.
So it's not unique. But if they're concerned that for whatever reason they might be taken to task about what's happened on their footpath, I think just a proactive, quick email to say, look, last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, this happened, just to let council know. But that they needn't be too concerned that there's going to be any sort of enforcement action on them, because this happens. This is part of curbside cleanup. We know it happens. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hall. No further questions? Michael, do you have any GB for us?
No, thanks, Chair.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Okay, we're now moving on to, where are we? Item 6.2, Striving for Gold, Logan's Legacy Forum Outcomes Report. I note that item 6.2 is a public report, and I'll now refer to Mrs. Kate Ryan, the Major Economic Development Initiatives Lead, to please speak to the report.
Thank you, Chair. We have a small presentation to go along with my speaking as well. How do I... sorry, thank you. The report is an update as part of a major milestone in engagement and feasibility planning for the City of Logan Legacy Roadmap. We ran Striving for Gold, a forum in May. It sought to gain feedback on the roadmap, but also ask the community for their big, bold ideas so that we could take those on board in part of developing our action plan. It also sought to energise and excite the city and inform it of the opportunities that the Games could bring. And, excuse me, we're also looking to enable connections and collaborations. So we brought together... Apologies. Doesn't want to go. There we go. I've gone ahead of my slides and they're a bit slow this morning. There we go. So we brought together a broad cross-section of the community. So we had people from business, sport, youth, seniors, people from different cultural background, people with disabilities, our First Nations, art, tourism, government, and we also brought into the room the 2032 Games organisers and Games experts. We had a really broad cross-section of the community represented. And we've got a short video just to give you a bit of a wrap-up on the day, thanks to our corporate communication.
We are all gathered in Logan at the start line of the Striving for Gold Logan Legacy Forum. It's a gathering of the community from all walks of life to talk about what it means to the community members of Logan to bring the Olympic and Paralympic Games to Queensland.
The Legacy Forum is such an amazing opportunity for us to build with the community of Logan what they want to see come out of the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games. I see huge opportunity for Logan. There's a combination of kids having access and learning new sports, being inspired by their champions, and then there's also the opportunity to showcase Logan to the world as a culturally diverse and welcoming city.
For Queensland, this isn't a once-in-a-generation opportunity. It's not a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We get to do this once. One shot at our first Olympics, and we need to make it count.
We've heard big, bold and audacious goals. We got the message from the community loud and clear that they want to be known for their sporting infrastructure, their spirit, their health and well-being, their communities, their schools, and that Logan is the heartbeat of the rest of Australia.
Thank you. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a snapshot of the day, and thank you to those who attended with us. To give you some top-line feedback, which is also in the report, we asked the group that attended what they wanted to see for Logan, and all of these aligned with the roadmap except for housing. So sporting facilities, community pride, economic growth, infrastructure, employment, reputation, housing, inclusion, tourism and health. The top 3 initiatives in the roadmap, in asking for feedback specifically on the roadmap, is the Logan Central Multipurpose Indoor Venue, which we now call the Logan Indoor Sports Centre. Industry development, so maximising games opportunities for local industry and maximising employment for our local residents during the games as well. And within the report, you'll see how the group rated all 19 initiatives in the roadmap. So what we wanted to do was to bring together those big ideas, but also allow for group collaboration. So after the morning session, we broke into 4 rooms, and each individual provided their own idea, and then at their table they collaborated to come up with group ideas, and then the room came up with a gold, silver and bronze idea, which was then brought back to the group at the end of the day. What we were very excited about is the positivity and the collaboration and the excitement across the room, and how our community was working with each other, as well as those games experts and levels of government, to be able to plan and really look at a high horizon in terms of what the games could bring to Logan. So across the 119 ideas and the 20 group ideas, there were some very common themes that were being presented, and this gives a good snapshot in terms of what the community was telling us, being Logan is a welcoming city, accessible to all, foster opportunities for youth, First Nations and people with disabilities, celebrate our rich cultural fabric, use the games to build local capacity through industry and job pathways, create central, well-connected community sports hubs with complementary activity and services supported by commercial operations, where spaces and resources can be shared and the community can really feel welcome there. Build a thriving precinct around the new indoor centre here at Logan Central. Improve connectivity to public transport through green active transport links. And think differently. It was very much about collaborating for shared outcomes and looking at how we do things differently for those outcomes in the future. So the other thing that the event did for us was it really positively positioned the city across the region in terms of our excitement to be able to be a part of the games. And the people that were in the room were very proactive in terms of posting on social media. So that fabulous video that the corporate communications team did for us, we used on council channels and also through our newsletters, but we had extreme reach also through LinkedIn from the posts that were done by people in the room and particularly our guest speakers. So overall, a successful event to engage with our community, get them excited and also positively position the city and our enthusiasm for being a part of the games. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Kate. It really was a good event. I really enjoyed it. I think there was so much energy in the room, and it was just good to see everybody getting involved and sharing their thoughts, which was amazing. Okay, councillors, do we have any questions? Oh, Councillor Wilcox.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity for all of us who attended to actually bring in community members, groups, sporting groups, organisations, businesses, things like that. I think it was really well worth us coming. It was well worthwhile for those that attended. I brought Jake Tyso's mum with me because he was at school, unfortunately, and she loved it. She thought it was a fantastic event, and I'm sure everyone else has got some really positive things to say. And thank you for actually, in the group ideas on page 51 of this report, thank you for the group ideas and sharing, the gold, silver and the bronze, and then also showing the runner-up, because I didn't realise that the pickleball one was actually runner-up. And I'm very proud to say that it's under construction now. So it's coming, and it will probably hit the soonest out of all of these projects that are actually listed on here. So I'm really proud to see that it's actually the runner-up in here, and I'm proud to say it's going to be the only facility of its type in Queensland and Australia, purpose-built for pickleball at the moment. So thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Wilcox. I have Councillor Lane.
Great work. It's that simple. Great work to you and the team. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Lane. Okay, we're having a few e-scribe problems, but we have got the motion up on the board. So do I have a mover? Councillor Lane, seconder.
Actually, can we just
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry, we've got to step back a bit. We've got to table the presentation first. So do I have a mover? Councillor Lane, seconder Councillor Murphy. All those in favour? That has been carried unanimously. Okay. And now we have the motion on the board. forward. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lane, seconded by Councillor Jackson. All those in favour? That has been carried unanimously. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Kate. We now move on to item 6.3, which is the Dubai Mission October 2025. I note that 6.3 is a public report, and I'll now refer to the Economic Development and City Planning Manager, Mr. Dave Radich, to please speak to the report.
Morning, councillors. I'm happy to take the report as read, and in accordance with the corporate travel policy, we need a resolution of council to travel, and the resolution is that a delegate of the Mayor be authorised to attend the South East Queensland Lord Mayor's business mission in Dubai. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Dave. Do we have any questions? No. Do we have mover? Yeah, Councillor Murphy. Do we have a seconder? Mayor Raven. All those in favour? It's been carried with the exception of Councillor Haramai. How do you vote?
Against.
Thank you. Moving on. Item 6.4. Logan and Gold Coast Faster Rail Project Department of Transport and Main Roads update. I note 6.4 is a public report with a confidential attachment, and I believe this report will be deferred, but I will pass over to Dave to speak to the report.
Through the chair, so unfortunately TMR weren't able to join us this round, but they have confirmed that they are available to join us in the next round. So we propose to defer this report until TMR is available.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, so we do have a motion on the board that it be deferred to the next meeting. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lane, seconder. Councillor St Ledger, all those in favour? That has been carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. All right, we're doing really well. Now we've got 6.5. Okay, 6.5. South East Queensland City Deals Public Art Initiative Grant Submission. I note that 6.5 is a confidential report, and a proposed resolution to move into confidential is displayed on the screen. Do councillors wish to move into confidential? Okay, we have a mover in Councillor Jackson. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hall. All those in favour? That has been carried with the exception of Mayor Raven. How do you vote?
Against.
Against. Thank you. open session and the live stream has recommenced. I believe we have to table the PowerPoint presentation. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hall, seconder Councillor Jackson. All those in favour? That has been carried. All right, we have a motion on the board. I will give councillors a moment just to read through. And then do we have a mover? Councillor Hall, do we have a seconder? Councillor Murphy, all those in favour? That has been carried with the exception of Councillor Lane. How do you vote?
Against.
Okay, thank you, Councillor. All right, where are we? Okay, councillors, do you have any GB for Dave? Dave Radich. Dave, Councillor Lane.
So when groups are trying to kickstart their cultural celebrations in Logan, your team that go and meet with them are absolutely phenomenal. We had multiple groups that have fed back that they really enjoy your team, and I just think that they're doing the city quite proud with the interactions that they have with groups and with individuals, and I just wanted to express that at a meeting this morning. Relating to a future KBF event. Their ideas and their passion was quite evident, and they actually took the group and went back to do additional work with them. So I'd like to express my thanks to your economic development team for the work that they do with those groups. I think it's amazing, and they're very much appreciated.
Thank you. A great free service that we offer to the community too. I'll pass that feedback on to my team.
Thank you, Councillor Lane. I have Councillor St Ledger.
Just on the back of that, Guy from Emu Gully out at Tambourine had been in contact recently and really praised the team's work in actually assisting them to get that project through and off the ground and running. So that's going to bring thousands of young people to the city, and the work that couldn't have happened without the work of your team. So can pass on our thanks from myself as the councillor, but also the team at Emu Gully, because it's going to be amazing out there.
Thank you. I will do.
Thank you, Councillor St Ledger. Dave, do you have any GB for us?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your time and patience this morning. Okay, that concludes the agenda for today. Does anyone have any general business for Director of Growth, Economy and Sustainability, Dave Hanson? Mayor Raven.
In general, Dave, it would be awesome if we could get a report like that one not to be confidential. I spoke to the legal team and they said there's reasons for it, but I think when it's of such high public interest, I think the community would have loved to have heard councillors' positions on like how they're sort of trying to understand how best to use that money, even though it's not ratepayers' money, and how creative they're trying to be in solving it. I just got some great feedback from ComSec. So the question is the actual grant itself confidential or just the content of the report? Because I think the grant's public, right?
Through the chair, you've waited right when the team walked out of the room
to
ask that question, so thank you so much for that. I don't have the criteria in front of me. You'll be surprised to know.
I can't believe you haven't memorised the criteria. I'm going to trust that because we did some consultation on the grant, but and I'm not talking about that report. I'm talking about what other cities have done. So murals are acceptable, and other cities have negotiated extensions of time on their grant. So that'll be a great outcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Raven. Dave, do you have any? Oops, sorry. Okay, thank you. I now then declare the City Planning, Economic Development and Environment Committee of the 6th of August 2025 concluded at 10:32, and the City Lifestyle meeting will commence in 10 minutes at 10:42. Thank you, councillors.